Are you listening?
Welcome back to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, and obviously we are not on our set, and well, we're on the road. But this allows me to make a video that I've been wanting to make for quite a long time. Can we run Google Stadia at a hotel? And this is an important question, especially for me, because I travel a lot. And when I do, it requires me to pack consoles, controllers, chargers, switches, and in fact, it makes me bring this entire bag along with me. And as I mentioned, I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time now because hotel internet is always frustrating and oftentimes the most unreliable thing in the world. Like 2 weeks ago, I stayed at a hotel that advertised high-speed internet, and it was 2 megabits per second. And that was in Dallas, literally a football throw away from Cowboy Stadium. And to all of the Dallas Cowboy fans, a football throw is something that a team does to actually win games. And one of the things that initially attracted me to the idea of Stadia was the idea that this one controller would replace everything that I own, and it would allow me to play video games anywhere I go. Essentially replacing this gigantic suitcase with, well, this one box. Now, it is important for me to point out that what I'm trying to accomplish here goes completely against what Stadia recommends. In fact, when linking your controller to the service, it says you might not be able to use public networks that you need to sign up for, like at a hotel or cafe. However, the hotel that we're at has a public open network, meaning that it should be pretty easy to sign up, and the speed is a sexy 86 megabits per second, which is more than enough to stream 4K, as Stadia only requires 35 megabits per second to stream 4K. So here we are in Houston, Texas, seeing if the idea that initially sold me on Google Stadia will actually work. And just because I know that this is going to be a question, we are going to run Stadia on the Chromecast Ultra, a laptop, a tablet, and a phone. So first things first, we had to set up our Chromecast Ultra. Now, the Marriott that we are staying at made sure that it was super easy to access the TV's HDMI ports. So once we had the Chromecast plugged in, all we had to do was connect it to the hotel's network by using the Google Home app, which, looking back on this entire process, I mean, that was probably the most difficult thing that I had to do. And once that the Chromecast was updated, we now had to do the same thing again, but this time connect the Stadia controller to the hotel's Wi-Fi using the Stadia app. Now, this is where I kind of start to run into some issues. You know, the hotel's Wi-Fi is technically open, but for some reason I couldn't link my Chromecast to my Stadia account, which led me to getting into a chat with this really nice Stadia support rep named Dylan, which, Dylan, if you're watching this, thanks for your help. Dylan explained that all I needed to do was to get a hold of the IT manager of the hotel and get my Chromecast whitelisted. So I called the IT department and they more or less politely just said, "Yeah, we're not going to do that." Which is fair, because in doing so, that would have allowed anyone on the hotel Wi-Fi to access my Chromecast, meaning that 1 minute I could be slaying orcs and Orcs Must Die 3, and the next minute we have Riley Reid videos blaring at full blast. And ladies, if you're watching this with your husband and they got that joke, well, check their browser history. So unfortunately, my dreams of playing Stadia on a hotel TV kind of went kaput. However, long-term, Stadia is planning on having Stadia pre-installed on smart TVs, so it's extremely possible that one day playing games at a hotel could be as simple as just signing into my Netflix account. But never fear, because Stadia has plenty of other ways to play video games, so where one device doesn't work, well, I've got plenty of other ways to play as well. For example, with PC, Stadia runs on any Chrome browser, meaning that I can go to stadia.com and instantly access my complete library of video games. And I gotta admit, at this hotel, it worked flawlessly. With my laptop, I could use Stadia with a mouse and keyboard or even the Stadia controller. At the speeds my hotel had, the latency was unnoticeable. It felt like I was playing on a console. Also using Chrome, I was able to use my Microsoft Surface, which outside of my Chromecast is probably my favorite way to use Stadia. And whether it be massive games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Cyberpunk 2077, I was able to stream these games over hotel Wi-Fi without any issue. And when it came to using my phone, again, there was virtually zero issues. Using the Stadia claw mount, I was able to have games streamed directly to my phone, running at a quality that was extremely similar to my console. But granted, if my choice was between a Surface or my phone, I'm going to pick the bigger screen every single time. But there's definitely something to the convenience of just needing a controller, a phone, and my mount, and that's it. I mean, I can play Cyberpunk 2077 in my hotel room without needing to travel with my PlayStation 5. So can you run Stadia on hotel Wi-Fi? Yes. Am I disappointed that I couldn't get the Chromecast to work? Sure. But because I have the ability to play on tons of other devices, this really wasn't that big of a deal because I can still play the games that I want to play. And let's face it, traveling with just this is a whole lot easier than, well, lugging around this gigantic suitcase. And really, at the end of the day, this is just a testament to the future of cloud gaming. You know, when Stadia becomes pre-installed on TVs and playing games is as simple as signing into your account, just like Netflix, that is going to be insane. And granted, not every hotel is going to have internet speeds like this one did, but technology is always going to get better. In fact, the US government is working on a bill right now that would require internet providers to offer a minimum of 100 megabits per second to every customer in the United States. But what do you all think? Have you tried out Stadia at a hotel? What's your experience been like? And you know what, actually, scratch all that. Better question. What is the strangest place that you've run Stadia? I am desperate to know what this is. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report Best Friend, just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.